What's up guys, it's KD here back with another video, and this is going to be a time-lapse video of me not only creating a character Sprite for my original character Vylyn who exists in the Heroic universe, but it's also me showing you guys how I am going to create an animation for that same Sprite of her using her gun, which actually is engraved with the title Queen of Cowards. Now first off, I gotta say, I don't know what happened to the video quality. At first, as you can see, it was kind of smooth, but then, like, for some reason, as I am drawing Vylyn, it just becomes really choppy. That either has something to do with there being too many tabs open, or me switching back and forth from the heroic character sprite for reference as to how to make the pixelated version of Vylyn, and also me going to look at Vylyn's character sheet that I made a few weeks ago, obviously as reference so that I can translate here into pixelated format. Recently, I have been getting back into pixel art. I've dabbled in it before quite a few times, but I wouldn't stay with it for long as I didn't really see much of an opportunity with the art form to actually become successful online or acquire a job, make a career. But that is wrong. If it's something that you enjoy, you're passionate about, you like it, you pray to God about it, and it can work out. And just like my 3D modeling that I tried a little bit a week or 2 or 3 ago, I have gotten far better at pixel art than I was the last time I experimented with it. And that's just what happens when I observe more art, get more inspiration, get more drive, keep practicing my regular art skills. I've just been getting better as an artist a lot, and I've been pushing myself to do things I haven't done before, trying not to stay comfortable, because if you stay in your comfort zone, you will not grow. So yeah, I'm going to maybe do pixel art a little more. Not all the time, of course. Still need to do drawing. Well, as you guys heard, I had to take a phone call. But yeah, I was talking about art and passion and all of that stuff. But I'm not going to bore you guys too much with that. Vylyn is a character who has been on this channel, but I haven't showed much of her, due to the fact there isn't really a ton of art for Heroic yet. Now as time goes on, I'm making more and more, and I need to be pushing myself to make as much as I possibly can every day, or when I have the time to. But Vylyn is essentially a rival to Heroic. Now in the original Heroic comic that I made on paper a few years ago, Vylyn wasn't even named yet and wasn't even a girl. But it was someone who looked similar to Heroic, with like white eyes, the suit, whatever, and had a gun, shot him and all of that. There's like just a brief little encounter and fight. Heroic beats them and goes to get a new suit. Well, now Vylyn is named, and the word Vylyn is spelt weird, just like the word Heroic is spelt weird on purpose to make them unique and original. And Vylyn is a girl now. Her gun is the Queen of Cowards gun, and she is in pink and purple colors. She's a dark-skinned black woman with purple dreads. However, I do need to make her a regular, like real identity version of her, where her hair is not purple. She will still have dreads. It's just her hair isn't naturally purple, just like Heroic's hair is not naturally orange. And that is due to the fact, which I will cover this more and more later, but they are both sort of experiments by the same company that Heroic's mother worked for, and Vylyn's mother was also a part of. They didn't even know that their unborn children were obviously test subjects to stuff. They were being exposed to certain chemicals and certain, just things that gave Heroic and Vylyn their abilities. Vylyn's real name, by the way, is Vieira Sarai, and Heroic's real name is Nahum Hezekiah. If you haven't seen those previous videos where I explain Heroic's brief lore, you need to go watch that, as well as all of my other heroic content so far. And if you want to go beyond that, you can. I really appreciate that. Do subscribe if you are enjoying this video so far. There will be more art, more animations, more lore, and the content will continue to increase with quality and quantity. But yeah, there isn't a lot I can really say about Vylyn, because although I have a lot of thoughts about her, like, she is a villain initially, at least in the eyes of the public. Now, what she thinks she's doing is right. She is taking a very aggressive and harsh approach to handling crime and villains, whereas Heroic, with his Christian values, does not agree with just straight up killing people and things like that. So they oppose each other because while they both want to do good, they have two drastically ways of accomplishing that common good. And that puts them against each other, and the public makes that worse by giving Heroic the name Heroic and Vylyn the name Vylyn. They did not come up with these names on their own. The public gave them these names. I think it's going to be specifically this group of kids who come up with the weird way of spelling their names and stuff, and they say it and other people hear it, and it's a part of the news, and then it just kind of sticks with them for like the rest of their careers as, well, a hero and a quote-unquote villain. But as time goes on, Vylyn, being inspired by Heroic and having many encounters with him and working alongside him and seeing that his approach does work, it can be effective, she will begin to have respect for him, like him more as a person, and will eventually go on her own redemption arc, which is something that we all love in anime, cartoons, movies, shows, all of it. We all love a really good redemption arc. One of the best I've ever seen has to be Zuko's from Avatar: The Last Airbender. But so far, that is all I will really say about Vylyn. I kind of gave you guys a brief, large overview of her character and kind of a little bit of basically a teaser to how she will end up being as a character. She will have great importance throughout the story of Heroic, and you will definitely see her going from being a character where you're like, dang, she's messed up, to, oh, I understand why she's messed up, and then you'll eventually be like, wow, I'm really proud of her journey and how far she's come as a person. And that's really what I want to display with a lot of characters in Heroic. It's a lot of redemption, sacrifice, salvation, finding God, getting closer with God, being angry with him, and then rebuilding a relationship with him, building relationships with people who have hurt you, who you trust, who you love, who you thought you could trust, but you can't. It's going to be all of that. I'm telling you guys, Heroic is supposed to be a very meaningful, very deep, and impactful superhero story, unlike anything you guys have seen before. I can assure you that I will do my best to make this unlike anything you've seen before. Christian values, modern day world, I mean, all kinds of things is going to be in this. And we're not going to get political for the sake of being political or religious just to be religious. No, I'm going to get deep into these things while trying not to judge anyone. So if you enjoyed this video and you really want to be a part of this Heroic journey, and you want to see Heroic grow with a large following that we will amass, I'm telling you, we will amass it. You want to see Heroic potentially become an animated show or animated movie or video game or all three, be sure to not only like this video, but comment what you think and subscribe to the channel. Show your love and your support. I will greatly appreciate all of it. And God bless you and keep you all safe.